Field umpire Jeff Williamson, my under-13s cricket coach, incidentally, throws the ball up in the rough, but it was Compton who knocked it down decisively, and it's Rory McCran-Peters who helps to get it forward for the Dogs. They drive it to half forward. The Dogs going to the city end in his opening turn. Jordan Sellafield dives over the football. It goes close to the boundary line. He follows up with a tackle. Has support from Matt Compton. The tackling is good from Sandhurst Murdoch Mulqueen. But a free kick has been picked out the way of the Dogs. Kick inside to the centre, intended for Ned Jenkin. And ball was fist away from him, and now a 50-metre penalty, something off the ball. Norm, what did you see?
Yes, the player didn't come back on the mark when the umpire called him, and he stepped off because the Golden Square player went lateral with his kick, and the umpire picked it up because he hadn't called play on.
So, was it a 50-metre?
Yeah, well, it's a short 50, but yes, it was a 50.
25 metres.
Yeah, that's true.
This gives Golden Square their chance for their first shot at goal for the afternoon. The kick is about 35 metres out, going to the city end. Off the right boot, it starts left from Jack Sampson and through for only a behind. Golden Square, one behind. Sandhurst yet to score. We've played just over a minute. Our score sponsor, Aussie Disposals on Live 25, local fresh footy.
Nelly will bring the footy back in for the Dragons. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Tanner takes his 10 metres and then delivers outside. Defensive 50, Sanders with the numbers across our back.
They do. Alex Wharton cleared, and it was a beautiful foot pass to James Valemic, who gets it on the Swinkle side wing. He wants Wilson Butler, who got hands to it, but the ball eluded him and went out of bounds. So we'll have it thrown back in front of the South Bendigo and Kangaroo Flat Football Club marquees. We heard Jason Stevens, the head of football from Kangaroo Flat, rejoicing last week that Eagle Hawk were through the grand final. They thought that would be good for the drink sales this afternoon, in which Kangaroo Flat Football Club have been entrusted that task. Boundary throw-in, another stoppage, another boundary throw-in, outer side. It's Golden Square leading by a point. Grand final action, reserves, Bendigo Footy League at the Curio. It's tapped down beautifully by Connor Sexton for the Dragons. Alex Wharton is there too. Field umpire says, give it to me, and we'll have the ball up. Huge crowd continuing to build here at the home of country footy. Sexton whacks it down. They do well. The Dragons, Edwards, Henry that is, he kicks inside 50. It lands about 25 metres out from goal. Golden Square, Wharf holds up strong, but hand pass stolen by Alex. He combines with his brother Joel, who kicks it from the top of the goal square. And Sandhurst had their first of the morning. And that was a delightful finish, Norm Jenkin, on Live 25 local fresh footy.
It was an excellent finish, but it all came from the great work of Connor Sexton in the ruck. He was able to hold Compton off and get the ball deep into the Sandhurst forward line. And the two Wharton boys, well, they've been together all their lives, so they work together well then.
Sandhurst 1 straight 6, Golden Square 1 behind, score sponsor, Aussie Disposals.
A pretty special thing, two brothers involved in the first goal for the Dragons. And now the Dragons go out of the middle, long towards half forward. They've got the mark. Looks like Wharton down there. No, the player whiffed his whittle. Outside attacking 50, Barnard Street end, drop part, it'll drop into the goal square and square a chance to get out of trouble in the back pocket.
They do, it was Wharf that got the clearance, but it went out of bounds on the full, so the penalty free kick will be taken by Will Pinniger across half forward. He's played 7 senior games this year, has experience and lays it off short. Not sure if it was 15, but it's been paid. Joel Wharton has it. Now this is the awkward side for a left footer, but we know Skinny Wharton, as he's been nicknamed, can do anything from close to the boundary.
Hope he doesn't get blown away. He hasn't put any weight on over the years, Jackson.
He hasn't. He'll kick from just inside the paint of 50, a couple of metres in from the boundary line. It'll go across the face. It lands at the top of the goal square. Compton got hands to it for Golden Square. And now a throw as well has been picked out by the field umpire. It's against Golden Square, and it's going the way of Sandhurst's James Valemic, who will have to kick. In fact, he's given it off to Jared Bateson, who's been told he is to take the free kick. So Jared Bateson, who's been with Sandhurst for the best part of a decade, teacher by trade, he will kick off the check side. Right foot banana. Barnard Street end, He's missed it to the near side and only a behind. Goal umpire took a while to confirm it, but it is indeed a behind. 117 the Dragons. Golden Square, a point score sponsor, Parsons Towing.
So the ball comes back into play. Long kick to centre half back. Square with the numbers, but can't win the football. Ball goes back deep in towards the forward line. A shot at goal by Sandhurst player, and Roland goes across and hits the post, and it'll only be a minor score. So Sandhurst are doing some work in there, attacking 50. Sandhurst lead 1-8 to Golden Square 1 point. That is thanks to the Parsons Towing score sponsor.
James Wilkinson brings it back in for the Dogs. His kick isn't great. Getting hands to it is Pinninger. Can the Dogs work it out? They do, but how long is the question? Tananelli wraps up Golden Square's Liam Thomas in a spectacular tackle and is awarded for his efforts. Holding the ball, Nally across half forward in the long sleeves for the Dragons. They've had the ball in their front 50 the last few moments. Beautiful pass. How, Norm Jenkins, did Joel Wharton find himself with so much space directly in front, 35 metres out from the big sticks?
Well, it was excellent work then by Tananelli, because he just put the ball into space and let Joel Wharton run onto it. Just showed their senior experience that those two players have got.
Joel Wharton to line up for his second in the opening 10 minutes of this reserves grand final. Kick works its way to the right goalpost and collides with it. It's a behind. 139 Sandhurst. Golden Square behind. Live 25 local fresh footy. Our score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers.
Yeah, Golden Square would be breathing a sigh of relief there. 2 posters in the last minute.
Consecutive posters, Norm, you're right. And also, did you notice the wind grab that ball?
Well and truly, yes.
So the ball's been brought in on the outer side, and wanting it was Jordan Satterfield. Bounced off his chest. Alex Wharton goes after the loose ball as it heads towards the boundary line. Down to the boundary, Matt Butler, the incoming coach of the Stanhope Lions. What are you making of things at ground level early on in this grand final?
Yeah, you can just tell the pressing of Sandhurst at the moment. Square are really trying hard to get it out of the ground with the wind. But yeah, you can tell very early on that the press is working really well. So great start from Sandhurst.
Boundary throwing, stoppage. Great to have Matt Butler with us today. Played with Lockington United in the Heathcote District Footy League this season, and off to coach Stanhope next year in the Kyabram District Footy League. Ball's thrown up. Sexton took it out of the ruck contest. Cleared inside 50 into the path of Charlie Robinson. He runs goalward. He flies, but he misses to the left-hand side. And they are peppering opportunities as Fergus Green walks in for the seniors contest this afternoon here at the home of country footy, coffee in hand. The Dragons in the seniors up against Eagle Hawk. Our call team to bring that to Johnny Hunter and Cameron Power, Jason Stevens later. As Golden Square work it out of the defensive zone, they do so to Dean Norris, the skipper. He clears to half-back, swimming pool side, and they work it now to half-forward. Tommy Colbert, though, is first back there for the Dragons. If he can get hands to it, he can't. Tananelli does, though. In the pink boots, he chips it over the top. Kick is searching for Jack English. He receives, but is tackled, and he is penalised for holding the ball as Jack Sampson takes it for the Dogs. So
Sampson with the footy, a true half forward, chip kick, it's okay. It's found the play he was looking for. And Wilkinson outside 50, lays back on the kick. It goes deep to the goal square, all players' hands and through for a minor score. The good news, not the point, the good news is that Golden Square finally have it in their forward line. They trail by 8 points, 1-4-10 to 2 points. That score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers.
Henry Edwards, who was best in the qualifying final win for the Dragons, brings the ball back into play. Kick to half-back, went about 60 metres. Wanted Murdoch Mulqueen. He got hands to it, but he didn't complete the grab. And a stoppage evolved, so another ball up. The sun is shining here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval as we approach midday on this massive grand final day of football and netball. Sandhurst have teams in all 3 grades of footy and in 4 grades of netball, the 17s and unders, B reserve, A reserve, and A grade netball. How good are they as a football and netball club? 7 teams competing. Free kick picked out and it is going to Golden Square across left half forward. They've got it about 75 metres out from goal. Long kick inside 50. It hangs deep to the top of the goal square, but a good defensive grab has been taken for the Dragons, and they'll look to clear through Louis Banfield.
Banfield takes his time, looks for a target, goes out the outer side of the QEO, and it's Whittle with the footy for the Dragons. He goes down the line, missed the pack though, over the back of the pack square. A chance to rebuild and go towards half forward.
As James Wilkinson brings it to half forward, he wants Zach Tickle. He slapped it forward. He was hoping Tanarena could run onto it, but that didn't work out the way he intended. Instead, Tananelli was pushing the back. He takes the free kick and the advantage from half back to half forward. Swimming pool side, magnificent mark by Connor Sexton. So he's got it on the attacking side of centre wing, looks to the pocket, wants Joel Wharton, and he's plucked it with the one hand. It was hard up against the boundary line. I thought that it was a low percentage kick, but it worked out. The kick from Wharton was incredible. Straight on to the mark, and the leading player of Wilson Butler, who has played 6 senior games this year. He's kicked 9 goals in the reserves across his 10 games of twos footy this year. He's been best 6 times in those contests, and Wilson Butler will look to throw the grass up in the air as he goes back to have a shot to the Barnard Street end. For the Dragons second, they've wasted chances. They need this. Off the right boot. Goal umpire works hard, but sees that it goes through. Sandhurst 2-4-16, Golden Square 2 behinds. That's Wilson Butler's first of the afternoon. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is Don, is good. Here's Norm Jenkin on Live 25 local fresh footy.
Yes, warning bells are ringing for me in that Golden Square defence because they're not aware of their immediate opponent and they're not aware of where the space is. And when you've got blokes like Nelly and Wharton sending the ball forward as they have with the last 2, it makes it easier for your teammate. So Golden Square got to tighten up down back.
Well, the foot disposal, Sanders, first rate, fantastic there for passing in this game. So it's really given the forwards a lot of confidence to lead and know. They're getting silver service at the moment. Back in the middle we go. Grand final day at Bendigo football. Ball chipped up towards half forward again for the Dragons. Pinninger there, can't take it. Umpire will come in and take control of the footy. So we've 2-4-16 leads Golden Square 2 points back into it. Umpire gets us underway. Ball heading towards attacking 50 again. Forward 50 for the Dragons. Umpire's found a free kick. He worked hard and it's going to the Dragons. They'll be happy with that, Jackson.
They will indeed, Wallace. Charlie Robinson, who has it 55 metres out from goal for the Dragons, goes deep. He wants a target. Hands to it for the Dragons, but defensively Zach Tickle does well for Golden Square. He's wrapped up in a tackle and will have a ball up. Down the boundary, Matt Butler, the sun is shining. The conditions magnificent down there at ground level.
Yeah, beautiful down here, boys. Really impressive, this ruck battle between Sexton and Thompson at the moment. Sexton really doing well and very much on top.
And it was tapped down again by Sexton, which reflects your comment there, but unfortunately for the Dragons' sake, Alex Wharton couldn't escape. It was wrapped up, so we'll see if Sexton can tap it down again. He does. Joel Wharton gets to the front position. Angus Dixon gets hands to it. He combines with a teammate, but they've put it out of bounds on the full. The kick was off the side of the boot, so Golden Square bring the ball back into play. They've got it in the back pocket. Jared Bateson stands the mark as they work it through Sebastian Pellegrino, the Dogs. That kick is dangerous. Pinninger might intercept. Fortuitously, it landed perfectly for Dean Norris to keep control of the footy, but then he's put it out of bounds on the full ball. Horrendous.
He has. It's poor kicking by Golden Square coming out of the defence. You don't have to be that close to the boundary when you're coming out of defence.
Bit harsh, Jackson.
Tananelli, long and deep inside 50, just calling it as I see it. Wallace lands 10 metres out from goal. Stoppage. There was about 20 players in that marking contest, so I couldn't identify anyone in particular because about 20 bodies went for it. It's scrappy, as is often the case in reserves footy, but a great contest. Sandhurst are pressing. Sexton
You know
bottom of
that,
the pack, Dixon, ball up.
you know that, Jackson. No one in particular has played well over the years.
That's an interesting comment as Sexton palms it down to no one's advantage. It's loose. It comes to Sandhurst, Henry Edwards. He tries to get it. Golden Square get a boot on it. They clear out the defensive zone. Patrick O'Farrell head over it for the Dragons. Free kick, high tackle will go the way of Golden Square. So it's across half back, and they'll look to clear here on the outer wing, and it's Darcy Connell that picks up the footy for Golden Square.
I'm not sure who he was trying to find. They couldn't find the teammate that he's looking for. Might work out for the Bulldogs. They've got it centre wing. Now they can go towards their attacking 50, but hello. No one home, Norm. At the moment, the Dragons holding up both ends. Wharton comes in across half back and takes the footy. So Joel Wharton's had a really good first quarter. Goes short, goes down the line, lowers the eyes, finds the target he's looking for in Robertson. So Robertson for the Dragons. Queen Elizabeth Oval. The reserves grand final. Good kick, long, down in front of the grandstand. Nobody in the grandstand took the footy and nobody on the field either. Play on, calls the umpire. It's centre wing, and umpire will come in and take control. So 2-4-16 Sandhurst. Golden Square 2 points.
The crowd continues to build here at the home of Country Footy. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast this afternoon as we just go past midday. Plenty of footy still to come. Robinson pirouettes in and out of traffic. Hand pass to Patrick O'Farrell, the skipper. He was caught high, and so he'll take the free kick on centre wing. Grandstand side. We'll get your comments, Matt, in a moment on how the grandstand looks and how full it is as we approach quarter time. It's the reserves grand final. He tried to do too much there, did Charlie Robinson, and he's been penalised for holding the ball. Jaden Shaffey has it for the Dogs.
For the Bulldogs, sends it up to attacking half forward. Grand level, not a good kick though, and the ball rolls over the boundary line. So around 3 minutes to go into the first term. Sandhurst lead this contest, kicking against the wind. 2-4-16. They lead the Bulldogs up 2 points.
Ball spinning back into play. Front position at ground level. Charlie Robinson gets hands on it. He's tackled down on the boundary. Matt Butler, the grandstand. What's it looking like?
Yeah, very. It's starting to become really packed down there. Lots of Sandhurst supporters in the grandstand at the moment.
Umpire threw the footy up, thanks Matt, but no ruckman went for it. Ball spills loose now. Nobody can control it. Players over the footy. Dragons will go into quarter time pretty happy with their quarter's work. Bulldogs not so much. They need to get the work and get a goal before quarter time. They're kicking with the win. Probably worth 2 to 3 goals. Across half back now. Dixon gets it out and Sandhurst relieve the pressure.
They do. Wharf slams on the boot to half forward. Right in front of our broadcast position. Camera bodies fisted down by Patrick O'Farrell. Joel Wharton. He was surely legged. He should know it was a throw, according to the field umpire. So it'll go to Jack Sampson
And
of the Dogs.
That ball wasn't delivered straight back to the player that was to get the free kick. It was rolled along the ground, and in this day and age, that doesn't count.
Any day and age, Norm, you'd have to go back a long time.
Go back a long way, yeah.
Count. I tell you what, that's a better 50, Norm.
That is better than the first 50 Golden Square got, but
You wouldn't be buying land off the first 50 of the umpire.
no, but I'd buy it off this one.
Yes.
Jack Sampson for his 5th goal of the season, 25 metres out, and the first of this term, more importantly, in the grand final. He delivers. So 1-1 for Jack Sampson in this opening term for Golden Square. Keep an eye on him down forward, Norm. Jenkin Live 25 local fresh footy, and our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder at Sandhurst 2-4-16, Golden Square 1-2-8.
And the two things that I've found this quarter that have got Sandhurst in the position they're in is their pressure on the ball carrier at the contest, and also that they're able to keep their shakedown back, and when Golden Square come forward, there's 2 or 3 Sandhurst players there all the time.
All right, important goal though for the Bulldogs. They were under the pump, and now they'll get a free kick in the middle. So a chance to go back in and maybe sneak one in before quarter time. Big kick, big pack, no mark.
They've got free to Sandhurst.
Norm, you thought it was going the other way for a moment?
No, I thought that Golden Square were going to play on with it. I was going to say, look out, we're in trouble, because it would have been 50 metres, but they stopped.
Okay, Norm, so the ball at centre half back. Sanders had a good first turn. Bulldogs hit back though.
It's not a good kick.
It's a shocking kick. How would you describe that kick?
Well, the only thing I would say, he kicked it actually to his coach, Lieutenant Malley. It was Lockie Press on the boundary, the reserves coach that took the mark.
Take us through the goal kickers to quarter time.
For Sandhurst, Joel Wharton and Wilson
They
Butler.
need a lift from the likes of Tanner Rayner up forward and Tommy Turner.
Norm will get the play underway. We'll get back to who needs to live back in the middle. They go ball loose, comes out to Wharton, just takes control of it. It's not his ball though, it is going to the Dragons. That's bad news. Bad news for the Golden Square side. Long penetrating kick over the back of the pack, no mark. A chance to bring it out of trouble though by a Golden Square player in Dillon. He takes it in the back pocket. He goes down towards half back, all players' hands. Jackson goal kickers to quarter time.
For Sandhurst, one to Joel Wharton and Wilson Butler, and one for Golden Square to Jack Sampson.
I thought Joel Wharton and Sexton, along with Whittle, had plenty of the footy in that first term for the Mighty Dragons.
From the boundary throw in, Sexton, the man you just spoke of, tapped it down not once but twice, but straight to the path of Thomas Dillon, who lost control of the footy. Charlie Robinson reobtains it for the Dragons, gets it to Alex Wharton. He's tackled beautifully by Liam Thomas. Follows up though does Alex Wharton, but ball spills to Patrick O'Farrell. His skipper, great tackle applied on him by Thomas Dillon for Golden Square at half back.
Dillon across half back. They can relieve the pressure, go down the line straight in front of the grandstand, close to the boundary line. Ball to be thrown back in. We're into the second term, 2-4-16, the Dragons. The Bulldogs 1-2-8. This is the 2025 Reserves Grand Final being played at the Queen Elizabeth Oval on a beautiful day for footy.
Ball knocked down by Sandhurst. Alex Wharton goes after it first. James Wilkinson gets it, slams it on the left boot, drives it to left half forward. Tenanelli dropped the mark, was opposed well by Dermot Bell. Ball spills to Golden Square's Nick Ross, and he has been awarded a free kick. So, in fact, it's Dermot Bell that will take it. In those pink boots, up to centre half forward. Pack develops offhand. Sexton is there for the Dragons. He defends well, but the ball comes now to Jack Sampson. He's kicked one already. Has a shot at goal, but misses to the left-hand side. And just a behind opportunity goes begging again, Norm.
It was there, but it was good work by Zach Jickle to get the ball out to Sampson, but Golden Square have got to straighten up forward.
Nelly with the footy at full-back. I always thought he was one of the best kicks when he played senior footy as well. I can understand why he kicks the footy. Look at that. Distance, purpose, big pack and a mark. Gee, I thought he nearly marked that Colbert, but umpire said no. Play on is to call the ball at half back, outside defensive 50, grandstand side of the QEO. And we're into the second term, 2-4-16. Plays 1-3-9 with the Dragons in front. That is score sponsor Bendigo City Framers.
Jeff Williamson threw the ball aloft to ground level. Alex Wharton gets the crumb, and he was hoping to spot up Wilson Butler, who got a goal in that opening term, but he was unable to trap the footy. Matt Butler down there on the boundary got perfect side of it. What's your take from the quarter time huddle?
Yep, much better start. They wanted a response, and Golden Square have brought it at the start of the second.
Okay, ball fisted towards Wharton. It's Alex, takes it, kicks it to full centre half forward. Can't control it though. Numbers with the Bulldogs. Wolf takes it, clears the defensive line and takes it out towards half back.
He does. Will Pinninger inside 50 for the Dragons. Joel Wharton read the flight of the ball beautifully. Sharks it, snaps goalward. Bounces once into the left point post and out of bounds. So we'll have it thrown back in. 2-4-16 Sandhurst. They lead Golden Square 1-3-9. What do the Dogs need to do early in this term, Noel?
Well, when the Dogs get the ball, they need to find a teammate, keep control of the ball and get it into their forward half.
Kick a couple of goals, Jackson. That's all they need to do. Ball thrown back in. A chance for the Dragons. Player getting through the pack. Had a shot at goal. Thought it was a goal. Wasn't. Robertson was the player. So a minor score to the Dragons, 2-5-17, Sandhurst 1-3-9. Thanks to Parsons Towing score sponsor.
Ned Jenkin receives the James Wilkinson kick in. Jenkin.
There's a man down there, looks like Teddy Swims.
Very interesting. Right in front of our broadcast position. Up to that position for James Wilkinson, who provided an option. Ball hit ground level. Sampson got boot to ball. He goes to centre wing grandstand side. Back develops. Good mark has been taken by John Slade.
You know who Teddy Swims is?
pushing them back in the marking contest.
Very good
Jackson.
singer, Jackson. Teddy Swims, sings songs like the doll. Anyway, so Paul at half back, you've got bugger all interest in what I'm saying. Goes long down the line. Wharton will be the target. Can't take it in the middle of the pack though. Ball at ground level. Just on attacking 50, defensive 50 for the Bulldogs. They can clear one way, the other way went Thomas, and then got it on to the boot.
It's intercepted by Tanner Nally. I've been taking single lessons, by the way, Wallace, as Nally on the back edge of the centre square. Goes the old-fashioned torpedo. It's a bit of a mongrel kick, though, to half forward. Alex Wharton lurks. Charlie Robinson pedals to his own advantage. Takes two on. Was dispossessed. Umpire said play on. Wilson Butler lurks. Joel Wharton is dangerous. Combines with Angus Dixon. Snaps goalward. Top of the goal square. Joel Wharton will get the loose ball. He's tackled beautifully from behind. Or, yes, penalty, holding the ball. Dogs take the clearance, the advantage. They do well. It's Dean Norris that leads the charge. Not for long. Tanner Nally, he'll drive it back inside 50. And James Malemic has taken the mark across left half
looking for 50, and he'll receive 50. Joel Wharton, that was dead set throw a few moments ago, Norm. Did you see that?
Yes, I did, Wallace. It was a crow throw, as they call them in the olden days, and Tanner Nally is the reason they've got this goal, though. Went up, one hand, controlled the ball.
James Malemic has put it through for the Sandhurst Dragons. They're 3-5-23. Golden Square 139. Our score sponsor is Don Smallwoods. Is Don, is good, is Norm Jenkins.
It's a better start for Golden Square this quarter, but they need to put more pressure on Sandhurst when Sandhurst got the football. Sandhurst are able to run with it and handball, whereas every time Golden Square get it, they got pressure on them as they go to kick every time.
All right. That torpedo punt or attempt was a bit rambunctious, Jackson, wasn't it?
It was.
It didn't quite work. You haven't had to use it for a while. Norm's got a favourite word too. I'll take you through that in a moment because we're back underway in the middle. And Santos again will bring the ball forward through Pinniger. Goes to centre wing. He is looking for Whittle down there. Can't take it. They've still got the numbers. A long kick to centre half forward. Sexton getting back, can't mark the ball at ground level. Now, umpire's found a free kick, go to Golden Square, and that's at centre half back.
Bailey Rackstraw was the one who took that footy and he went to Jesse Gill, hugs the boundary line with his kick to half back. Dermot Bell was good. The Dogs take it from half back to centre wing. Jack Sampson receives the footy, goes inboard. He wants Bailey Rackstraw. The great Brian Mansbridge in front of us on Live 25 local fresh footy. Rackstraw across the ground, grandstand side wing, and it's been taken by Nick Ross. He gallivants inside the attacking 50. High ball, lands about 40 metres out from goal. Off hands, opportunity for the Dogs to score here surely. Zach Tickle sends it to the tip of the goal square. The anti-climax though, and a wonderful defensive grab by Louis Banfield, who stood up tall for Sandhurst at full back, 2 metres out from the goal line.
So he'll bring it down the line for the Dragons, kicks it towards Wharton in the pack. He can't mark it. It's a really nice mark there, Jackson, by?
It's Golden Square's Sebastian Pellegrino.
That was strong mark in the pack, and then delivers long to the Barnard Street end.
It does. Tanner Rayner wanted it. Was dispossessed. Joel Wharton has got back to the defensive zone too, long way from his goal now. And we'll have the ball up.
Much better football by Golden Square here, putting more pressure on the Sandhurst defence.
So they need a goal, Norm.
They do need a goal, Wallace.
Just to capitalise on the hard work.
Dermot Bell Sharks are from the Compston tap out. Mark taken. Top of the goal square, free kick pushing the back though.
That was just natural body work by the player taking the mark.
And 50 now, Norm.
And Tanner Nally will be the recipient of the free kick. And Golden Square's defender absolutely furious, which you completely understand.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh. He just stood his ground and
that's right.
Took him up. Really.
Tanner Nally takes the free kick and they work it to centre wing to the Sandhurst Dragons. Alex Wharton wants it. He'll be fisted out of bounds. No free kick. They will go. The defender, by the way, was Jack Sampson, who was not happy at all in that marking contest for Golden Square up forward. So the Dogs to take it across half.
Pellegrino has the footy. I can understand why they're not happy because they've worked hard in this term and probably should have a goal on the board. Umpire saw it differently to us and a lot of players on the field and supporters as well. But Sandhurst lead 3-5, 23 to 1-3-9 in this second turn. Umpire comes in. He'll get us back underway. Throws the footy back in. Compton in the ruck, can't do much with it this time. Ball at ground level though. Fighting hard for it. Might get a free kick. No, it's going to the Dragons. So the Dragons outside attacking 50, a chance to bring them their side through Hawk in towards an half forward.
They do. He went into the centre. Jack English, some interesting commentary through our FX mic. Be consistent from one of the supporters. Always good to see Norm, isn't it?
It is.
Jack English spears it inside.
Lovely kick.
Magnificent foot pass to Charlie Robinson, who has played 15 senior games of footy. Matt Butler down on the boundary. How important is it to have senior experience in a reserves grand final?
Absolutely. You can see Wharton and Robertson really being really impressive, and definitely the reason they were leading on the scoreboard today.
It's only his third reserves game actually for the season. Charlie Robinson has played 15 senior games of footy this year. From 48 metres out to the city end, he has got the Dragons fourth. 4-5-29 they go to. Golden Square 1-3-9. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder, and here's Don Jenkin on Live 25. Local fresh grand final footy.
Yes, once again, senior experience stood out there. It was a lovely kick forward by English and a great mark by Robinson then that made no mistake. Golden Square, they're back in this contest though compared with the first quarter. They're putting pressure on at all the contests. All they've got to do when they go forward, they've got to be more clean and find their teammates.
Yes, so you're right, Norm. It doesn't account for much if they can't get it on the scoreboard. Rowland brings it out of the middle, though, for the Dragons. Shoots it up towards half forward. They're deep into attack. Bateson's down there. He'll kick it into the goal square. I thought a Golden Square player may have claimed the mark. Umpire said no. And he'll come in and take control of the footy. So 4-5-29, Sandhurst, Golden Square 1-3-9.
Very close to the goal line for the Dragons, but Morph gets it out of the danger zone. Hawk, though, gets it back. He goes to ground, slips over, then just got the kick away, and that might be a downfield free kick. He was knocked after he kicked the footy.
Well, this one's a crossfield free kick, Jackson.
Yes, it wasn't vicious. The player came in late, but he couldn't. I don't know whether that player could have stopped, so it's okay.
Patrick O'Farrell with the footy, 60 metres out to the teeth of goal. Off hands, good defensive spoil from Lachlan Monty. Good tackling from Sandhurst. Wilson Butler sees the ball locked up, 15 metres out from the Dragons' goal mouth.
It is, Jackson. So we're into the third term. We've played, there's around 7 minutes left. Umpire gets us back underway now, but no clearance, and umpire will come back in. 29 plays 9, so it's the Dragons by 20 points as we are shortly approaching half-time. Clearing kick by Golden Square. Will it be to their advantage? Well, it will be in the end because the ball bounced nicely for Tuppy.
He had no one to kick to, though, sent Tananelli of Sandhurst inside the centre circle for the Sandhurst Dragons. All players in their front half of the ground at present. Tananelli, that was an interesting ball. It was a wobbly floater up to about 20 metres out from the Sandhurst goal line. They've got numbers. Jared Bateson puts his head over the football. He's tackled, and field umpire Jeff Williamson says, give it to me. The other field umpires today, Matt Vitriti and Steve Christensen in this reserves grand final.
So it's in the hot spot for the Dragons. They lead by 20 points. Umpire gets us back underway. Golden Square needs to get the work. Defenders here. Ball loose near the boundary line. In fact, rolls over right now. Nobody can control that footy. And in front of the scoreboard, 4-5-29. This is Golden Square 1-3-9. That is thanks to Jason Westcott Builder, score sponsor.
Connor Sexton and Matt Compston to renew acquaintances in this ruck contest. Compston knocked it down about 10 metres, but to no one's advantage. Jack English lurks, the captain of last year's under-18 side for Sandhurst. He's tackled and we'll have a ball up inside 50 for Sandhurst.
We will. So the umpire gets us back underway, throws the ball up. Now Sandhurst, Golden Square can get out of trouble out of half-back. Nicely done too. They declare get out of trouble with a long kick towards half forward.
It was Dean Norris that took that kick. He was looking for Jordan Salethiel, but the ball went out of bounds. Another boundary throw. Lots of stoppages on in this second term.
There has been a lot more stoppages in the first term, Jackson, and Golden Square, they've got to keep their structure. Their forwards are coming too far up the ground. They've got nothing to kick to when they come out of the fence.
Ball spinning back into play. Matt Compton taps it down. Jack English, though, for a good tackle. So we'll have a ball up. In the under-18s today, it was Sandhurst that joined various other local premiers in the region. As the ball's thrown up, neither side can get it out. Matt Compton feeds the hand pass well. Dermot Bell wants it out. Good tackling from both sides. Liam Thomas goes after the loose footy. Has support from Sheltonberg. And the skipper's kick was smothered. In fact, it was smothered. My instinct was right and it's ricocheted out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary throw-in on the outer side. Ball spinning back into play. Outer side, ruck contest. Matt Compton tapped it down beautifully. He wanted to tickle. Then he went to Compton by hand, then to Bailey Rackstraw. Kick inside 50. Tenanelli stood tall in defence. He kept his feet. He takes the game on. He shows composure. The kick too magnificent to centre half back. How good was that play, Norm Jenkins?
Yes, that's the difference in the two sides at present. When Golden Square got the football, Sandhurst got pressure on them. When Sandhurst got the football, Golden Square falling over.
And they've worked it to O'Farrell to the wing.
And the ball goes over the boundary line to be thrown back in. So 29 plays 20. And we've approached, there's only a few minutes left before half-time in this game. So you're right, Norm. Golden Square's pressure has stopped Sanders scoring at a rate they wanted to. Norris comes in. He gets onto the left boot for Golden Square, kicks it down towards their half-forward line.
They do indeed. About 60 metres out from their goal. And we'll have another ball up on the boundary. Matt Butler, the crowd continues to build, I presume. What do you make of it?
Yep, absolutely. It's really nice to see everyone coming in to Bendigo for the country footy.
So good to have you with us live. 25 local fresh footy. Father Jackson, Saunders, Wallace, Teasdale, Norm Jenkin and Matt Butler with you in commentary. Kick inside 50 from the Dogs. Tanarena wants it. He's out-muscled in the marking contest by the Sandhurst defence. But Golden Square keep their feet. Running in to the open goal is Jordan Salethiel, who gets his first of the grand final. The Dogs second. And how important was that goal, Norm Jenkin?
Yeah, that was excellent for Golden Square there. Compton's got it on top in the ruck. They've got the pressure on Sandhurst now, and they need a couple more of them before half-time. But young Jordan Salethiel, he made the most of his opportunity there, and Golden Square, they're still well and truly in this game. They just need another one, I believe, before half-time.
It's the Dogs trailing 2-3-15 as Sandhurst, 4-5-29, 2 minutes until half-time.
Yes, Golden Square so hot you can hear the sirens in the background for that goal. Norm, back into the middle we go. 29 plays 15. They've had a much better quarter. Golden Square can't afford to give it up with an easy goal before half-time to the Dragons. Bit of push and shove going on right in the centre of the QER. Umpire said, give me the footy and I'll get the game back underway. He does. And the ball across half back there. Dixon trying to control it for the Dragons. Can't take it with him. Bit of a scrum situation happening. And again, the umpire will come in and take control and get us back underway.
He does indeed. And no clear winner in that ruck contest. Ball ricochets out to centre wing in front of the Golden Square dugout. Present Dean Norris, the skipper, pushed off the football. Ball spills to Alex Wharton for the Sandhurst Dragons. Kicks to centre wing. He wants William Bassett, a great youngster. Ball fisted away from him. Now Chancellor Liam Thomas. He died on top of the footy. So too did Golden Square's Darcy Connell, who receives the footy.
So from centre wing, Connell takes it, gains some advantage, plays on, gains 10 metres for his side, then kicks the footy towards half forward. It's close to the boundary line. In fact, it's over the boundary line to be thrown back in. This is important for the Bulldogs, though, Jackson, because if they can get another goal just before half-time, it makes, it gives them great rewards for their hard work this quarter.
It does very much so. Boundary throwing, knocked down by Rory McCran Peters. Will Pinninger gets it back. Hand pass no good. Chance for Dean Norris. He's pushed off the footy. Tanarena gets it. Check side towards goal. Off hands. Is it through? Is it coming back?
I was going to bring it back.
What did you see, Norm?
Oh, I'm just waiting to see whether he's going to pay a free kick to Golden Square, I think you'll find here. The ball was touched on the line, that's why he's brought the ball back for another kick.
And it's Dean Norris, who I called an instrumental part of that passage of play, so he was clearly infringed
as
with.
well now, Jackson.
It is. This is the captain's chance to lead the way and lead by example.
Well, I reckon Golden Square have gone to work this quarter. They've really put a lot of pressure to stop Sandhurst. And just to add to the pressure, Jackson, the siren goes.
That's right, and to quote the great Jock Clark, he won't play on. And this would level peg the scores in this second term to 2 goals apiece after the half-time siren. Opportunity for Dean Norris for his 9th goal of the season. He's played all games for the Dogs this year, best on 6 occasions. He is a star player. The skipper can't lead from the front. It's an absolute shank. At first I thought it was going out of bounds on the full, but it was just a behind. So the major interval has come, and it's Sandhurst 4-5-29 to Golden Square 2-4-16. Goal kickers to the half.
His father, Jackson Sandhurst, on Bendigo Grand Final Day.
Matt Compton, a star player for many years for Golden Square, taps it down for the Dogs. They try to get the first take of it. Charlie Robinson steals the party, and then whistle blown, free kick holding the ball. It's against Charlie Robinson, and it'll go to Golden Square's Liam Thomas, who played a senior game against the Stratford Say Storm earlier this season. So Liam Thomas for the Dogs, when he eventually gets the footy to him, will be able to take the free kick. So it's a congested half-forward line for Golden Square. They're attacking to the city end in this third term. The premiership term, as it's historically known in footy. Long ball inside 50. Great mark has been taken by Tanner Rayner. And he, Norm, is a fine player, 11 votes in this year's McDonald medal.
Yes, we need more of this from Tanner Rayner. We've seen in recent finals this year that he's been able to take control in the air up forward, and when he does, he's 99% sure of kicking a goal.
Rayner needs to kick this. He has to take control for his 31st of the season from 55 metres out off the left boot. It looks good. It's magnificent, but it's been touched on the defensive goal line by Tananali and just behind. So it's 2 straight kicks the difference. Sandhurst lead 4-5-29 to Golden Square 2-5-17. We've played the minute in this third term. Score sponsor Jason Westcott.
So Nelly will bring the footy in. He brings it out of full-back, delivers the ball. Oh, it holds up in the wing. But a nice mark by Sanders across half-back.
Roland.
So Roland will take the footy under pressure. Got underneath the kick to delivers towards centre wing. And Sampson actually fished the ball over the boundary line. He didn't have to do that. He only played that went for it. In fact, he could have marked the ball and the ball will be thrown back in. So it's 29-17. We're approaching the 2-minute mark of this third term.
Thompson front position, taps it down. Launching it is Jack English. Ball loops him out of bounds. Sandhurst, in case you just joined us, won the thirds premiership. They join Maiden Galley YCW, North Bendigo, Sea Lake Mandalay and Carisbrook as thirds premiers in our region.
I'm drinking water, Jason. Back to you.
Thanks for that useless information. Well, this ball comes to Jack English, who's tackled by Liam Thomas, and will have another ball up. So it's tapped down by Sexton. He wants Robertson. He slaps it forward again. Jared Bateson wants it. He can't get it. Ball was the crowd's decision, and it was awarded that way to Charlie Robinson, who dispossessed his opponent from Golden Square. So Charlie Robinson, who has kicked 1 goal already this afternoon, played 15 senior games this year for the Dragons, inside 50 with the kick. Wanted Will Pittiger. Ball comes to Jared Bateson, who's tackled. He'll have a ball up. Tackling has been good, Norm.
Tackling's been excellent today, Jackson, from both sides, but more so from Sandhurst, especially in that first quarter. 45 metres out from the Dragons' goal, fisted down, and it'll go out of bounds once more. So we wait who will be the reserves premier in the Bendigo Football League. It's Sandhurst leading by 12 points. Other premiers this year in the reserves, Morong, North Bendigo, Calder United and Talbot. As the ball's tossed back in and left half forward for Sandhurst. They're going to the Barnard Street end. About 20 players around the contest. Tackling terrific. Matt Battler down on the boundary. 1% is so important in grand finals.
Absolutely, and you can see Square have come out straight away. They're on, engaged, and lots of talk.
one of those engaged is Nick Ross, who helps to get the clearance. The hand pass to Connell, and he's gone into the centre of the ground.
Yeah, but he couldn't find the target he's looking for. Nelly comes in, takes the footy, delivers long. Wharton's the target down there. Can't take it. Whisked it away from the contest. Ball rolls over the boundary line to be thrown back in. Into the third term, we have travelled. We played 4 minutes. 4-5-29, the Dragons. The Bulldogs 2-5-17. And that's thanks to score sponsor Parsons Towing.
Compston and Sexton neither got hands with the ruck, but then Sexton with the follow through slapped it forward about 20 metres. Wilkinage against the loose ball on the left boot. He wants a teammate. Angus Dixon had it kissed away from him. Good defensive work from James Wilkinson for the Dogs. They work it out to half back. Wharf wants it, can't get the footy. Ball comes to Thomas Dillon. He does well. Combines with Lachlan Monty. Goes across the ground, out of side wing. Zach Tickle goes after the bouncing footy. He receives now. Play loose over the top is Nick Ross, and he receives centre wing, pull side. He chips it over the top. Dermot Bell receives an exciting, flourishing passage of play. James Wilkinson spearing ball inside 50. Mark has been taken. Jesse Gill wants Jordan Salathiel. He dives out wide. Couldn't complete the grab, off hands and out of bounds. Left forward, pocket.
And once again, Golden Square let themselves down going into forward 50. That kick should have been pinpoint onto the chest, not 2-3 feet in front.
Norm, that was magnificent work by the Bulldogs and defence to land the ball into their forward pocket, and a chance now for a goal. Kick in towards the goal face, bouncing ball. It'll go to the back of the pack. Nobody can control it. Ball spills loose. Tanner comes in across our back for the Dragons and relieves in the back pocket.
He does. Wants Joel Morton. Fortuitous bounce out of bounds, given the circumstances. Alex Wharton had, or Joel Morton I should say, had 2 players surrounding him on that occasion. So we'll have it thrown back in across right half forward. Still to come today, it's Sandhurst and Eaglehawk in the grand final. A rich history between those 2 clubs. 29 flags for Sandhurst, 27 for the Borough. Ball's tossed back in. And a free kick has been picked out to Matt Compston, who's got it across half forward for Golden Square.
He goes long, Jackson. They need a goal. They've worked hard. They've gone to work in this third quarter. No goal coming. Ball shot out towards our back. Alex Sexton's there, watching it, roll over the boundary line to be thrown back in. In fact, he picks up the footy. I thought he's going to throw it in for the boundary umpire. He didn't. Passed it to him. 4-5-29, Sandhurst, 2-5-17, 6-minute mark, third turn.
Boundary throwing, left half forward for Golden Square, in front of the netball courts, and a whistle kicked out, free kick for a hold. It's in the ruck contest, the way of Matt Compston. So Compston has it, 2 kicks out from goal for the Dogs. Senior premiership player with Golden Square directs the kick to the pocket. Was hoping to find Jordan Salathiel, but it was fisted out of bounds. Low percentage kick north to the pocket.
It was a low percentage kick. It would have been better off to put it 30 metres out instead of in the pocket 20 metres out.
All right, so Compton did kick it into that spot that Norm wasn't happy about, but the important news is it's still in the forward line, forward pocket. Alex Sexton, Wharton over there takes control of the footy, gets it forward to the back now. Dragons out of trouble, they shoot it up towards centre wing.
They do. It was Butler, he wanted Joel Wharton for Golden Square to retain the footy across half back. Matt Compton does well, combines with Sebastian Pellegrino, check side to half forward. Bailey Rackstraw, he goes further down the line. It's 55 metres out from goal. You saw something there,
Head high tackle.
Head high tackle at half forward. Gill goes short. Mark taken by James Wilkinson.
I'm thinking Norm with the wind, he should have a shot.
He should have the shot. He would have to look at kicking it to the right-hand post and let the wind do the job and carry it through. We've got I would say northwesterly now, the way this breeze is going. It's straightened a bit to what it was before.
James Wilkinson, he'll kick potentially to bring them within 6 points. How big would this moment be if he could deliver? Wilkinson off the left boot. It's too long, it's high, but it's inaccurate and only behind. 2-6-18, Golden Square, Sandhurst 4-5-29. Matt Butler on the boundary.
Yep, Golden Square really need a couple of goals goals here. They've had all field position, so the wind is very, very similar. A couple of goals to the city.
Just didn't read the wind, Norm, at all. It's really disappointing.
I think he went straight at goal there, Wallace, instead of just hanging it out a little bit to the right and letting the wind take it, because we saw the ball drift across the face of goal.
Yeah, he may have been a little concerned about the distance in the end, but he could at least set it up in the goal square. There was a nothing kick in the end. 4-5-29 Sandhurst. The Golden Square 2-6-18. Whistle on play, Norm.
Yeah, right. He wants the boundary umpire to throw it back in again. It went nowhere. Yes, he was...
What are you doing? In he comes. Oh, it's a better one. Nearly goes to centre half forward for the Golden Square side. He throws it back in. Big pack around the footy. Free kick. Going to the Dragons. Alex Wharton will get up slowly and he'll take the footy. And he's at half back for the Dragons in this third term.
The 34-year-old veteran, Alex Wharton, at half back.
He's wearing
for the Dragons. It is an interesting coincidence that.
Will he wear 35 next year?
Swimming pool side, I doubt it. He's worn 34 all
and
through
36 after that.
Career at Sandhurst. Ball's gone into dispute. We'll have a ball up, swimming pool side. Sandhurst 4-5-29. Lead Golden Square 2-6-18. Sandhurst have not scored in this term. Golden Square have added only 2 behinds. We're still awaiting our first goal, and we're about halfway through this third quarter of reserves grand final footy, the premiership term as it's historically known.
What number do you wear, Noel, when you play?
31.
Yeah. Okay. It's a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, 50-metre penalty. The man on the mark, he moved around after the umpire had called stand.
That's the third 50-metre penalty today.
It is, but Golden Square, to their credit this quarter, they've stood up in defence and they've kept the ball in their attack most of the quarter.
Well, you wouldn't want them falling over in defence. Normally wouldn't get the footy off, takes the football. Outside attacking 50 now. He's looking up, stuttering. Oh, he gets too close to the man to mark, but he delivers long and strong straight to a Sandhurst player.
Of which there was 3 to choose from.
You're right. There was, what do you call it? Nest of Dragons, no? Anyway, we'll get back to you. The news and weather's coming up soon. Ball goes back in towards half back. No mark. Umpire's about a free kick. It'll go to the Dragons. A bit antsy. What's going on there, no? Why are they getting so nuts? Umpire's coming over and saying, listen, Sunshine, settle down.
Yeah, the free kick, they need to throw the opposition to the ground.
He's played pretty well. Robinson with the footy, kicks it down the line. He goes to centre wing, and Roland comes out and takes the footy for the Dragons.
Robinson got it from Banfield and he went to Roland, and I think he can stick to DJ Wallace and not comedy as Roland goes to half forward. High ball inside 50, off hands. Sexton, Joel Wharton wants it. He is dangerous in that locality. Lots around the contest, and I think we'll need to have another ball up.
Yes, Golden Square have got to dig deep now with the ball right on Sandhurst 50. They can't allow a goal at this late stage in the quarter.
They can't. The thoughts of Norm Jenkin, Live 25, local fresh footy, ruck contest, no clear winner to ground level. Darcy Connell sharks it. He goes into the centre. He wants Tommy Turner. He takes the game on. Dispossessed. Dragons get the footy back. They send it to half forward over the head of Will Pinninger. He receives though now. He's got a player loose in the pocket if he wants him. Instead goes towards Alex Wharton. Jack English there too. Alex Wharton is tackled. He could be penalised, but he'd be stiff. No good decision, I think, Norm. Ball up.
It's one of the few times in this game that we've seen Sandhurst use the wrong option going forward. A handball there would have been better than a kick. 35
metres out from their goal, left forward pocket, Barnard Street end. Dragons have not scored in this third term. Almost 13 minutes tick by. Sexton taps it down, and Golden Square through James Wilkinson work it out of bounds once more. Matt Butler, what does Sandhurst need to do here deep inside attack down on the boundary?
I think they're just setting the ground up really, really well, but yeah, the midfield's go to work, moving at stoppage.
Matt Butler, the incoming coach of the Stanhope Lions, the Kyabram District Footy League on the boundary. From the boundary throw in, and it's really messy, and the field umpire has said, give it to me once more, so we'll have another ball up. I would say all but about 10 players are inside Sandhurst attacking 50. They've not goaled or added a behind in this third term. Joel Wharton is tackled by Tickle. They were onto him like a lolly in a wrapper, of which commentary team has demolished about 200 lollies today. Lots here in the commentary box this afternoon. Clearing ball comes from Lachlan Monty. He goes up to the centre of the ground for the Dogs. Hand pass though goes astray. Dermot Bell gets a loose footy. He goes to Tanarena and the Dogs will go to half.
Nice work by Rainey. Hits on the boot. No players home though. And that'll allow Sandhurst through Tanner. Takes it in the middle. Looks up with purpose. Looks up. Finds the target. Stevenson with the football. For the Dragons can deliver long to the hot spot. Big pack, no mark.
It's 25 metres away from the goal line for Sandhurst, but Wharf reobtains the footy. They work it out. Zach Tickle for Golden Square. He says, let's just cool, calm and collected approach things from here. As across half back, he goes down the line to the grandstand side wing. Sandhurst have about 6 numbers, and they win easily through significant numbers. Louis Banfield inside of the hand pass, Henry Edwards, and Sandhurst and William Bassett.
Yeah, they clear it out of half back towards centre wing. Can they control it? Golden Square work hard to edge it up towards their half attacking 50 line. Great tackle, great kick.
Yeah, excellent work. Great persistence
really good reward, Norm.
Yep, was.
It was indeed across half forward. Ball comes now to Norris. He wants Bell. Hand pass goes astray. Stolen by Henry Edwards. His hand pass was looking for James Lammick, but it went out of bounds.
Golden Square player down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Wallace, he'd done all the good work. He got the ball back. He tried to play on, and he got absolutely flummoxed by the Sandhurst tackler coming in.
Hasn't been able to get up in the stage, no?
No, but he is moving, which is good. He's just holding the base of his back.
He's sitting up now.
I think he'll be okay. Perhaps up to Matt Butler in the boundary. Can keep an eye on that for us.
Yes, he did all the hard work. An excellent tackle after a good chase, after a kick forward. And then when he got the ball back, he went to play on and went the wrong way, and Sandhurst player absolutely nailed him.
So we'll have it thrown back in on the outer side in front of the netball courts. The 17s and under, it was Sandhurst by a goal against Strathfield Saint. Ball's thrown back in. Compston taps it down. Ross there to support. Inside 50 deep. Tanarena wants it. Off hands. Defensively, Calvert did well for the Dragons and helps to concede a rush behind. 2-7-19. Golden Square. Sandhurst at 4-5-29. Our score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers on Live 25, local fresh, grand final football.
So Tanner Nelly with the footy for the Dragons. He was a bit upset because they all ran away and left the ball just in the gutter area, and he thought, someone throw the ball back to me. Anyway, he has it now. Bit precious. Comes out a full-back. Long kick again. Outside defensive 50. He goes off players' hands and the ball will be thrown back in. He's a delightful kick at the footy. We've gone 17 into this third term. Sandhurst 4-5-29. Golden Square 2-7-19. That's a call of sponsor Jason Westcott Builder.
And there's been a whistle off there. Play there.
The boundary umpire unfortunately didn't get any hide on that throw, and he's having a little bit of trouble over that side. That's better.
Thrown back in. That was a ripper, actually, boundary throw. Neither Ruffin got hands to it. Thompson eventually did, though, at ground level. He smashed it forward about 20 metres. Jared Bates defensively with pinage up. Hand pass, Jack English tackled. Was gone. Ball says the crowd, but right decision by field umpire Jeff Williamson. There was no prior opportunity, so we'll have a ball up, 40 out from Golden Square's goal.
I thought he had heaps. I reckon the umpire's on the wrong side to see it, though. Anyway, ball at half back from the Dragons. He'll kick it in towards the middle. Pack wide, no mark. Can the Bulldogs send it back? Wharton's there, can't control it. Ball comes back in deep, but again the Dragons with the numbers across half back. Edwards takes a nice mark, a relieving mark across half back.
Henry Edwards played 5 senior games this year, kick no good. Morph intercepts for Golden Square. Wanting it in the centre is Darcy Connell, ignores him, goes longer, it's high. Tanarena underneath the marking contest, front and centre. Zach Tickle. Crowd says ball. O'Farrell got him and he's awarded for his effort. A great effort by Patrick O'Farrell, who certainly leads the way as skipper. He's played 15 games this year and been best 8 times. That experience, Wallace, just so important.
Yeah, very true. That was a nice tackle. So Norm, we're not achieving much on the scoreboard this term.
We haven't achieved anything on the scoreboard yet, Lois, but Golden Square are playing a lot better and they just need a little bit of luck to go their way. Get a goal late in this quarter and the game will be on for the last.
Yeah, however, they're kicking against the wind. They've got the win, and against it, I guess, Norm, what you do when you don't have the win is just as important. So let's see if they can get a goal with the win. They can square out the Bulldogs. They're looking for that goal. They go deep in towards the pocket of players' hands and to be thrown back in. Back along the boundary line.
Jesse Gill's come off with ribs. He was to come back on his okay, but Tom Hawke got hit in the second and he still has not come back on.
Penetrating inside 50 from Noah Wharf. And cheerio to Shane Cole, one of our great listeners on live local fresh footy from the boundary throw-in. Thanks to Mutt Butler down on the boundary. Tananali's attempted clearance was partially smothered and ricocheted out of bounds with another boundary throw-in. Still to come this afternoon in the seniors grand final. It's the first time since 1953, according to Luke West from the Bendigo Advertiser, that Sandhurst and Eagle Hawk have met in the seniors grand final.
Ball thrown back in. Bulldogs still searching, Norm, for that goal. Kick comes out. There may be a chance here. They can take control of the footy. Dylan has it outside attacking 50s, looking every way. Then he delivers the centre half forward. Patience was a virtue as he was just looking up for a lead and coming out rain up to take a nice mark.
Yes, and Rayner's become a focal point up forward this quarter. Unfortunately, he hasn't kicked straight, but he's been on the end of it 2 or 3 times.
Needs a goal. Left foot, job punt. He sways back. Umpire sways back. It's the goal. It's the goal the Bulldogs have been looking for in the third term. They've worked hard. And they've got the goal just before three-quarter time. A little bit of time to go. And on the scoreboard, Sandhurst 4-5-29, Bulldogs 3-7-25. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder.
Yes, that's a good reward for effort there. They've been able to keep the ball in their forward 50 for most of this third quarter. They now need to put a little bit of icing on top of the cake to give themselves a break going into the last.
They're within 4 points. It's the closest they've been all day, Golden Square. And Sandhurst have not scored. That's right. The moment is enormous in the context of this game. As the ball goes out to centre wing, Nick Ross wants it. He gets the footy now, loops the hand pass over the top. He wants Darcy Connell. He gives it to Wilkinson, slams the ball deep inside 50. They goal here, the Dogs. They're in front for the first time today. Salethiel gets the hand pass. Jack Sampson is tackled by Wilson Butler and will have a ball up 48 metres out from the Dogs' goal.
Sampson had nowhere to go. He just got the footy. It was tackled. So the ball up at centre half forward to the city end, to where the Bulldogs are kicking. They kicked the last goal in this quarter. I have to say it hasn't been raining goals, Norm, in this term. However, they're edging ever so closely to getting in front in this game.
As they continue to press forward here, Golden Square, wanting it is Lachlan Monty. He gets it inside 50, eludes Tanarena. Good defensive work by Wilson Butler, who's tackled and will have the ball up. Cheerio, by the way, to the residents of Estia Health who are tuned in this afternoon too. Good to have you with us on live local 25 Fresh Footy.
Umpire gets us back underway. A chance for Golden Square. They shoot the ball in towards their goal face. So Dragons have numbers. A player, well, he had a shot at goal and smothered off the boots. For a moment, Stevenson, that did some hard work in there. I thought, Norm, there was a secondary goal coming up for the Bulldogs.
Yes, it looked good, but Salethiel just couldn't get his boot to ball quick enough.
29 plays 26, Dragons in front.
Tananelli went to the back pocket for Henry Edwards, who was best in the qualifying final the other week, to Jared Bateson. Good overhead grab. He's kicked 10 goals this season, but none today. He needs to find the scoreboard. His side have not scored at all. 23 minutes gone in this third term. They have been kept scoreless by Golden Square, and that is a possibility for the whole term, the way things are going. Golden Square lock it across half forward through a wall of numbers. That press, fantastic, but a free kick was picked out to Charlie Robinson. Sandhurst clear up to centre wing. Not long though, and they have been kept scoreless in this third term of the Sandhurst Dragons. Sandhurst 4-5-29 at the last change. Lead Golden Square 3-8-26. Goal kickers 2-3
Rather, Jackson Saunders on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
And Matt Compston will go in the ruck contest against Sexton. Compston tapped it down in the centre. It spills in and out of traffic. Whistle blown.
An out of area umpire has seen a head high hit in that contest there.
Henry Edwards, the recipient, he's played 13 reserves games this year, and in 10 of those games has been named in their best. So he is a star young player, that is for sure. Live 25, local fresh footy. Edwards wastes no time. A high long kick inside 50. Wants Joel Wharton. Numbers got back for Golden Square. Jesse Gill will be first to collect the footy. He hand passes the pill to James Wilkinson. He clears. Kick no good. Edwards might get it. Kick had too much height on it for him though. Edwards followed up with a good tackle and he's hit the ground hard. Keep an eye on that please, Matt, at ground level as Sandhurst Declan Stevenson is tackled and will have a ball up. Matt Butler down on the boundary. Henry Edwards being assisted by a trainer at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's been hit in the head, looking very, very sore. We're going to stop play here.
Yes, I think he went to tackle the Golden Square opponent who was getting a handball away and ran into an elbow as he came in.
He is moving. He's just reached for his knee and stretched that, and it looks like he's going to get up now. You've got to love his audacity and his tenacity. The courage exemplified so far has been excellent by Henry Edwards. By the way, just a little side note, at half time I went for a little walk and there was about 50 people in front of the canteen in the queue. So our very own Cameron Power, who got a free hot dog a couple of weeks ago, I think I hope he's been nourished before the big senior school, because the queue has been enormous.
So the umpire gets us underway. I'm not sure that the queue... Oh, yeah, there's a big queue there now too, Jackson. And the umpire will come back in. Found a free kick going to the Dragons. It'll go to Wharton. It'll go to Alex Wharton. Outside a 50. He goes towards Joel Wharton. Not a kind dance now. Couldn't take the footy. Umpire's found a free kick. Going to Golden Square. In the back pocket, they can relieve the pressure.
Lachlan Monty's played 2 senior games this year, shows his class to Sebastian Pellegrino. That was a dangerous ball,
yes,
but it worked out to Sheldon Burke, the skipper. He was indeed to half back. Golden Square will look to cut through the centre. They do so now. I really like this guy's going, James Wilkinson. He's been spectacular. An up-and-comer too. Played in the under-19s for Bendigo Football League this year against the Victorian Amateur Football Association. Wilkinson to half forward. Pack develops.
Free kick to Golden Square in the pack infringement.
Thanks to that, Norm. Tommy Turner, who was brilliant last week, but as we spoke about off-air before, Norm, very quiet today.
Yeah, he's barely had a touch today, which is unfortunate for Square because he was good in front of goal last week.
Well, he kicked 3 goals in that preliminary final. Turner, they go into the centre. James Wilkinson, he's got it on the front edge of the centre square, right half forward, going to the Barnard Street end, deep inside, attacking 50. Off hands, no one can get clean use of the footy, and we will have another ball up. 4-5-29 Sandhurst, Golden Square 3-8-26. So ball up, 45 metres out from the Dogs' goal. Ruck contest, Compston terrific, straight in the path of Zach Tinkle, who's tackled by Charlie Robinson. And Matt Butler down on the boundary. How good has Charlie Robinson been in this game if he gets another touch?
Yep, phenomenal. His stoppage work's been really impressive. All sorts of clearances.
All right, so a chance for Sandhurst to reload and bring it up towards their half-forward line. Bassett has it in front of the grandstand. He goes short. Nice little option as well. Coming in to take it was Bateson. So centre win, the Dragons. They build towards their attacking 50 line. They lead by 3 points. Close contest. This reserves grand final. Big pack go for the mark. No mark. Play on was the call. The umpire said coming in was Bassett again. Goes for it for the Dragons. Umpire's
played a trick.
Yep. Was the trip there, Noel?
Well, he said Wharton
Wharton didn't know.
No.
In the end, Alex Wharton has to put him.
I thought it was against Wharton when it was first given because
did
he took
he.
the bloke's legs out.
He thought it as well, Norm. He delivers down the line, and we've got a Sandhurst mark there. Yeah, he was confused himself, Norm.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
right.
ready to come in and stand on the mark, Alex Wharton. But Tanner has taken the mark. I'll tell you something about Tanner. There'll be no problems with the distance. He's a beautiful kick of the football. And he's looking to put the Dragons 9 points in front. We played 5 minutes of the final term, the 2025 Grand Final. So, Tanya Nelly comes in, waves the footy around. He looks at, he's disappointed. No wonder why. It's a minus score. Not a good kick of the foot. It's obviously better kicking out from full back, Norm.
That's right, Wallace. He didn't look towards that right goalpost. Like we said in the third quarter, he aimed the right goalpost and let the ball come back.
Dragons 30, put off.
But instead found Sandhurst, William Bassett, the youngster. Beautiful foot pass to Jack English across half court. You can sense the excitement building in the crowd. They lead by 4 points. I think 7 goals wins this as English inside attacking 50, searches for his man Robinson, comes to Bateson, he snaps off the left boot, and the defensive mark has been taken for Golden Square by Nick Ross.
Yeah, Ross can clear the footy out of side. They're holding up, Norm, Golden Square.
It's been something Golden Square have worked on since half-time. They've got back in defence to help the defence out.
When you look at the scoreboard, Norm, and you consider those 2 early goals that Sanders started the game with.
That's right.
Liam Thomas and Gill combined with James and an exceptional spoil by Alex Wharton. A beautiful 1%er. Matt Butler down on the boundary. How many goals do you think is required by Sandhurst or Golden Square to win the twos flag?
I think, probably 6 is going to win it today.
There we go. Well, that's one less than I thought. I'll get your thought in a second. Norm is from the boundary throw-in. Alex Wharton gets hands to it again. He's been terrific. Charlie Robinson. And the ball's locked up at right half forward for the Dragons.
The way it's going, Jackson, maybe the next goal wins the game. If Square get in front, if Sanders get a 2-goal break, I think they hold on.
As the ball from the stoppage comes to William Bassett, hand pass to Charlie Robinson, unselfish and good awareness, taps it over his head. Didn't get a stat for that, but set up Alex Wharton. And more importantly, Wharton's assist to Jared Bateson for a Sandhurst shot at goal. And Jared Bateson has not goaled this afternoon. He missed one in the opening term, but if he kicks this, it'll stretch the Dragons' lead to 10 points. And as Norm just said, that is a massive margin in the context of this game. We've played almost 8 minutes in this last term. Reserves grand final footy. Perhaps an unselfish move by Bateson to the top of the goal square. Off hands, Ross gets it in defence for the Dogs. He attempts to clear, does well. Tickle gets the loose ball. He snaps around his body. He goes up to half back. Dermot Bell dropped the mark he could have taken. He had support from Tommy Turner, who's been quiet. Now to centre wing. Here's a chance for Dean Norris. They've got to drive it inside 50. They goal here, the Dogs. They're in front. That's how close this contest is. Dragons in defence stand up tall. It comes to Mackenzie Whittle for the Dragons.
Yeah, Whittle was the target. Couldn't take it. Play on. What's the call? D Square had a good chance to kick a goal then. It was a disappointing kick into their forward line.
It's a more disappointing kick by Sanders.
Yes, that bounce on the full Norm.
Yes, a shocking kick there. There was no need to go hard at that. He had 2 blokes over the back of the pack he could have chipped it to. But he gave it everything off the side of the boot to get it on the full.
Maybe not.
Well, I think there's a bit of panic there. It'll get to everybody in this last quarter.
Yeah, well, you may be right with that. So walk with the footy.
No walk. The reserves player of the week. The preliminary final action goes to half forward. Tanarena wants it. Sharked by Dermot Bell. Good work deep inside 50. Great defensive interception by Louis Banfield, who played a seniors game against Kangaroo Flat earlier this year. He goes wide to half back. And the Dragons just look to compose themselves once more across half back. It's in the arms of Will Pinninger, who'll play on. He'll kick down the line. Joel Wharton has 2 against him, spoil, and the ball ricochets out of bounds. Boundary throw, Norm on the outer side.
I like the way Golden Square have started this last quarter into the breeze. They've been good in defence. They've got plenty of pressure down there, and they've been able to run the ball out of defence instead of trying to kick long.
10 minutes gone in this last term. Live 25 local fresh footy. Compston fists it down out of the ruck contest. It goes toward Nick Ross. Comes to Jack Sampson. Snap around the body. Inside 50. Luke Banfield in defence. Terrific. Jordan Salathiel. If he centres it to Tanner Rayner, is it 50? Surely not. Umpire says yes. So Tanner Rayner has a chance to kick for goal from about 5 metres out on a slight angle, and I'm backing Golden Square's Tanner Rayner to get his second and to put the Dogs in front. If he kicks this, we will let the crowd reaction tell the story through the effects mic. Tanner Rayner off the right boot. I think you can guess the conclusion. Golden Square 4-8-32 leads Sandhurst now 4-6-30. That's the first time they've been in front this afternoon. Live 25 local fresh footy. Our score sponsor, Aussie Disposals. Matt Butler on the boundary. How massive is that goal for Golden Square?
Very, very important goal, and it's really nice to see Square, probably the best ball movement they've played in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Really, really composed and cutting the angles up through the middle of the ground.
Now, Tanner Rayner, first goal kicker today to reach 2. Everybody else only singles.
All right, so we're back in the middle. Who could believe it? They're in front, the Bulldogs. Will they continue that trend to get it into their forward line? Not at the moment. Umpire will come in and we'll have a secondary throw up. Something that Norm has done a few times back in his youth, but not today. Ball in the air, a chance for Whittle, takes it for the Drags and goes back up towards Wharton. Joel, he is looking for, can't take it. Ball across half back. In comes Alex Wharton, had it, lost it. Joel Wharton's there to back him up. He applies the pressure, he applies the tackle, and the umpire said, give it to me. It's at half forward, just outside attacking 50. And the Dragons trail by 2 points.
They do indeed. Liam Thomas is there. Alex Wharton may have been caught high. Kind of played for a free kick. Umpire said no. We'll have ball up in the reserve grand final. It was Gisborne by 13 goals over Sandhurst, 45-32. So 2 netball premierships wrapped up already today. Right in front of our broadcast position. Oakley winner in the ruck contest, Jack English. Ensures the ball's locked up across half forward. Another ball up.
All right, so Sandhurst searching. The coach said they'd get on their bikes and they better start pedaling if they've got the bikes, because Square are putting a tremendous amount of pressure on them. Ball back over the boundary line to be thrown back in. 12 gone, final term. It's the Dragons trail by 2 points, 30-32, and that's thanks to score sponsor Don Smallgoods in Castlemaine.
In the ruck contest, front position, it was Campbell Rowland that tapped it down. Jack English front and centre, Nick Ross with good tackling as well. Ball up. What's the key here across half forward for both sides, Norm?
Well, Golden Square here, they've got to keep locking this ball in like they do. Sandhurst, they've got to get it on the outside and run.
About 20 around the contest, 16 out from the Dragons' goal. Ball spills, perhaps a throw against Golden Square's Dermot Bell. It is, so it's picked out to Declan Stevenson from the Dragons. Inside 50, kick has to be good, and it is beautiful football. Wilson Butler on a strong lead. Dived and took it on his chest, and will have a shot at goal to potentially put the Dragons back in front by 4 points.
Good kick, good mark.
Yeah, it was good kick, good mark, Wallace. Let's see whether Wilson's learnt from his teammates in the second quarter and earlier in this quarter, whether he lines up for this right-hand goal post to let the wind draw the ball back.
You nearly have to go to the right-hand point post a bit and just kick it up and let the work. He's going back, he's measured everything out, Jackson.
He has, to become the second multiple goal scorer in this contest, potentially. Wilson Butler, he kicked one in the opening quarter of footy for his second in this last massive moment off the right boot. He's missed it to the left-hand side, in fact missed everything. An awful finish out of bounds on the floor.
He's not listening, Noel.
No, nobody's listening to us up here, Wallace. We're just the commentators. We're not out there playing, and Maybe we haven't, well, we have read it right. They haven't read it right the way I see it.
Yeah, they need to certainly kick to that right-hand side post. But anyhow, it keeps the Bulldogs in front. They lead by 2 points. We played 14 into this final turn.
James Wilkinson cleared.
Yeah, just watching that kick out from the fence there, I don't think the wind's of a great advantage up and down the ground now because the Golden Square player got plenty of distance there.
It's a 2-point lead to Golden Square. 32 plays 30. Final term as the ball goes out of bounds. 15 minutes gone in this last stanza. So exciting. Matt Butler on the boundary. How do you perceive things at the interchange gates?
Yep, Henry Edwards is about to come back on. Really important for stoppage game in the midfield for Sandhurst.
Absolutely, that's a good pick-up. Thanks, Matt Butler, the coach of the Stanhope Lions, the boundary. Chappie kicks to centre wing. He wants Hanarena. Great defensive work from Declan Stevenson. But the dog shark at Jack Sampson. He goes to half-forward. He wants Jaden Chappie. Great work by Louis Banfield. Fisted down. Dermot Bell front and centre. Ball eludes him in front of the blue and gold faithful. They've got banners. They've got balloons. They are in full flight over there, Norm Jenkins.
Hot dogs.
Yes, they are, Jackson, and they've got plenty of right to be in full flight at present. They're in front.
Most importantly, they want the taps flowing at Wade Street from 5 p.m. because that's when their social cover is over this evening. They want to celebrate a Magoo's grand final win. They were beaten in the thirds by Sandhurst, but they want to reverse the tables in this contest. Another stoppage, out of sight. Dogs still lead by 2 points. 4-8 plays 4-6. What a game of footy this is. Exciting right to the finish. And neither side are giving each other an inch north because we'll have about a fourth ball up in a row.
Since half-time, Golden Square have been able to protect the ball better, get the ball to teammates, and they've made the most of it. And that's why they've now got the lead.
English taps it down. Good work by Joel Wharton. Comes to Wilson Butler. He shucks the hand pass out wide. Wants Charlie Robinson. Said got Jack English. Hand pass no good. James Wilkinson gets it back for the Dogs. He goes to half forward on Gutsy Edmund Tananelli. How good is he? And he steals it across half back with a delightful mark.
He needs to sit up his side. He goes towards Robertson. Kick not good. There's a throw, but the umpire said it was okay for a Golden State player. Did you see it straight before it? No.
Yeah, there was a throw before it. You're right there. And a high tackle got seen.
Gee, I tell you what, Golden Square really closed down the running game of Sandhurst. Sandhurst just can't get going.
Jaden Chappie in the centre circle goes to half forward. A great defensive throw again by Tananelli. I tell you what, a couple of match-saving marks potentially. The only problem is Sandhurst trail by 2 points, but had they got another goal here, Golden Square, potentially game over.
Yeah, they've got to switch a bit. Sanders just going down the line. It's suiting Golden Square.
Valley safe. Dragons again. He cleared to centre wing. Golden Square got it back. Liam Thomas shielded out of bounds.
Just lower the eyes a bit, Norm, and Sanders are just panicking at the moment.
They are.
Down the line.
They're thinking the wind will do the job, but the wind never does the job.
Sexton beat Rory McCran. Peters in the ruck contest. Ground left Dean Norris, the skipper, aids into the boundary. And another boundary throwing. Very thick crowd emerging now across all parts of the majestic Queen Elizabeth Oval. The sun is shielded behind the clouds at the moment, but a pretty good day for footy, all things considered. From the boundary throwing, Rackshaw, Sampson there too. Tackled is Patrick O'Farrell from Sandhurst. We'll have another ball up. The tackling's been a highlight, Norm, in this term.
Oh, it has been. Look, it's been a highlight all day from both sides. Pressure's been on the opposition all day.
Golden Square trainer down, regains his feet, kick inside 50 for the Dogs, but Sandhurst do well. They defend beautifully. Great work. Down to Jared Bateson. The instruction from the Sandhurst faithful simple. Kick it to half forward, they do. Alex Morton wanted it. Wilson Butler there too. Alex Morton encourages Wilson Butler for his effort. Noah Wolf was right onto him defensively though.
So Sanders have it at the end of the ground to score. That trail by 2 points. Umpire gets this back underway. Quick boot by Rowland. Sends it towards their forward line. Sanders still have the numbers. Finishes over there. Takes it. Gets tackled. Umpire said, give it to me. In inside attacking 50. Scoreboard side, Sandhurst 4-6-30. Golden Square 4-8-32. We've played 18 into this final term. The Bulldogs lead by 2 points.
And Sandhurst have only added 1 behind in the whole second half. They've been kept goalless so far. They are pressing. They need one here. 45 metres out from their goal. They trail by 2 points. And again, you can guess the conclusion. Another ball up, another stoppage. About 25 players surrounding this contest. Who can be potentially a match winner for Sandhurst and get their first goal the second half to put them in front? It's 20 metres out from goal. Great work. It might be O'Farrell. He snaps a goal. Wilson Butler. In fact, just missed everything out of bounds.
Yeah, it was touched out of bounds. It was smothered off the boot. That's why it went where it did, Jackson.
20 minutes. We're approaching 20 minutes in this final term. And it's the Dragons trailing by 2 points. They've had the aid of the wind. They're deep in their attacking zone. Umpire throws it back in. And a group of players around the footy. Oh, it's 20 metres out directly in front. A goal here will make it hard for Square to hang on. If Sanders are capable of doing that, not at the moment. Big scrum, players around the footy, and again the umpire will come back in. So it's the Bulldogs by 2 points.
It's a thrilling encounter, that's for sure. Not one player inside Golden Square's front half of the ground. Ruck contest, ball emerges for the Dogs. Clearing ball, down in the defensive zone for Golden Square, up towards Zach Tickle on centre wing. Deckens Diggs got their first vote for Sandhurst. It was a magnificent tackle on centre wing, grandstand side stoppage. Sandhurst still trailed by 2 points.
Yeah, Golden Square have done well coming out of the fence there. They held their nerve well and now they've got it up on the wing.
Tickle that supplied the tackle. He did really well. Ball chipped up towards half forward. Dragons need a goal. They trail. There's a bit of a fracas taking place at half forward. Just worry about the footy at the moment. Trail by 2 points, Dragons. Bulldogs have played a really good game since, really halfway through that first term. Umpire gets us underway, throws the footy back in. Ball goes to Sampson, gets it on the boot, kicks it down towards the half forward.
And chance for Golden Square. James Wilkinson, it has support. They drive it inside, attacking 50. It will be a game if Tickle can give it out to Ross. He'll have a flying shot at goal. 30 metres out, this missed to the right-hand side, Nick Ross, and only behind. So 3 points the lead now, the Dogs to Sandhurst.
So the ball will come back in. Nelly, long, straight down the middle, goes into the goal square, goes into the centre square. There's a mark, Jackson.
It is. Noah Wharf has taken an absolute gem.
Not just a mark, he's taken a great mark in the pack.
There's not long left in this grand final. You can sense Noah Wharf's kick was smothered by the man in the mark, Campbell Rowland. That was disastrous. Fortuitously spills to James Wilkinson. He saves the day. Dogs back inside 50. I think next goal wins. Inside attack, 48 minutes out from Golden Square are premiers. 4-9-33 to Sandhurst 4-6-30, who were kept to only 1 behind in the second half and goalless in both the third and last quarters.
Yes, what a great game of football we've seen today. It's been an even contest all day. Both sides put the pressure on. They tackled hard and in the end, it was Golden Square that held their nerve when they needed to hold it in a critical last quarter against the wind.
Well, Norm, after the first 5 to 10